My crafty friends, how you doing today? It's Sheree. I'm here today to work some more on this. This was a hymn book, this cover that I had made last summer, or started last summer. And so my last video we worked on putting this paper here and then lining the inside of the covers with this beautiful scrapbook paper. And I said, we did this on the back, we put this paper, and I said I would finish the strips on the inside after the video, so I did do that, same paper, and I said I would think about the pockets and possibly another trim to put on here. So what I did was tried out some different trims and laces and things, and I ended up using this lace right here. As you can see, it's a nice vintage lace, and I just glued it on to right here. I glued it right here along this edge of this strip of scrapbook paper, and so it is loose and it kind of flows over the little things that are here, and so I like that a lot. In fact, it's still drying. I just did it. And I did the same thing on the back. I did the back first, so that's dry now, but I said I didn't want to cover up the measuring tape because it's a vintage measuring tape, and I liked, seeing the words and everything. So it does cover up, but it doesn't cover up at the same time. So it's a little loose here again. Just glued this edge over here, and you can see through it. So you can still see the words. You can still see what it is. I mean, I wouldn't pull on this or anything, but if you want to look under there, peek under there, you can. But anyway, and I wanted to say, I'm going to show you a piece, a little scrap I have left from the lace. But I did the same thing here, and you can see the white there. It's still drying. I used art glitter glue because it dries clear, and I kind of experimented. I started on the back first to see if it would hold the lace, and it did. So then I did the rest. So that's why this is still drying, and it's still drying here. Here's the inside of the front cover. So you can see it's loose here. So I can get something in and out of the pocket, but it'll be glued down here. So I use art glitter glue because if you use Fabri-Tac on, if I would have had to, I would have had to probably, or maybe I would have used something else, some other type of trim or something. But since the art glitter glue works, it dries clear and you can't see it. But the Fabri-Tac, if you use that, it probably would be a little shiny, and you might see it either under the lace showing through, or kind of oozing out like this glue is kind of oozing out here, but it's not going to show because it's art glitter glue. So that's my little story about the glues that I used there. And here's the lace, and I wanted to show you the little edge. See, there's just a little edge right here along the top. See that little edge? That's what I glued down and kind of concentrated on getting the glue into that little section there. I know it's a small section, but I kind of like put the glue down and then kind of saturated that little edge with the glue so that it would stick, and it did, as you can see. So now, then before I actually even did the trim, I put on the pockets, and I looked through the Tim Holtz paper. And the Tim Holtz paper is really neat if you've never seen it or had any of the 12 by 12. He doesn't make it anymore. He makes, what is it, 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10 or whatever he makes now. He doesn't make 12 by 12 anymore, unless he starts up again. But it's really neat because they make the same papers throughout. Like say you have a 12 by 12 here, you have the same paper in different shapes or different sizes. So you have it in, let me show you, let me see if I can find that same striped one, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But see, here's the squares. They have all the papers that are in here that are 12 by 12 in this same shape. This square, like, what is it, 6 by 6? I don't see the 6 by 6 right now in that stripy one, but it's probably here somewhere. I've just probably mixed it up because I was just going through these last night trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But then you have the same one here in these little squares, 3 by 3. See that? There's even small. I think these are the smallest. And then there's 2 pages of each. And then you have the same papers. This one has 3 pages of each of that. And then I saw this one. This is the first one I saw that I thought, you know, and I kind of held them up against the book to see, you know, in the paper I chose for the inside to see what would look good on that paper. And I didn't want to cover up the paper too much because I think it looks really beautiful. I just wanted some little pocket down here. So yeah, I saw this and I saw another one in this big one, and then I was like, okay, let me see. You know, I can either cut this up or look for something smaller, see if there's something smaller in here. So I was looking through all the pieces. See, here's that that stripe in the 6x6. So, and you saw the little squares, the smallest squares. And then there is, maybe I don't have it all here. Let me see. Yeah, where is it? Anyway, they have it, well, I kind of cut it up, I guess. They have the little squares, they have these big 6x6 squares, the little 3x4s, and the little squares. So 3 different sizes, plus the 12x12. So then I looked at these are like journaling card size, 3x4, and I found the one that was like that one with the words, the big one I showed you, with the words I saw that I really liked. And there was another one, 12x12, that I really liked. So I looked at these little journaling cards and found the same scrapbook papers in these little 3x4 journaling card size. So I cut out the 2 that I liked in the 12x12 and made those into the pockets, rounded the corners, and just put them down there. But see, here's all the same papers. There's that stripe one and this side. So it's really cool how he made his scrapbook paper pads like that with all the patterns in pretty much 12x12, 6x6, the little squares, which I think are 3x3, and the 3x4, 4 different sizes of all the same papers. So really, you know, you could really coordinate something with that. So that's how these pockets came about. So they're just little pockets, like I said. Nothing fancy. And I'm going to decorate these too. I'll put a little something on each of them. You know, not overdone or anything, but a little something. But right now, that's what they look like, and I think they go well with that paper on the inside here. So I think they're really, really pretty, and the covers are turning out. The cover has turned out pretty. So now I need to work on pages. Need some pages. So I want to take some from this Tim Holtz because I'm done, you know, not using it. I want to use it. And when I pulled out my Tim Holtz, I pulled out these 2, this one here and this one here. And these are from, I believe, I don't think these are from Tim Holtz. They don't have a branding strip on them, but they're from another paper pad. Look how beautiful. And I think they would look pretty in here. When I pulled them out, I was like, oh, these would look pretty in here. But at the time, I was looking for my Tim Holtz and paper to go on the inside of the, you know, on the inside of that cover. So I thought, well, now that I'm working on the pages, let me get those 2 pieces of paper that I really liked and see if we can make some pages out of these. So I think I measured this the other day, and it was like, what, 5 or so inches wide. Let's see how wide it was, this book. It is 5 and almost 5.5. So I'm going to want to make my pages like 5 1/4. If you can see, let me show you the measurement exactly what I'm talking about. Let me just use the front cover. So here it is with my ruler. I guess I could put the 1-inch mark there on the very edge of the spine. And then, so say 5.5. So if I make it over here at 5 1/4, that's going to be pretty perfect as far as giving me a little leeway there to the edge of the book. So let's do it 5 1/4. So I've got my paper cutter here, and I like these 2 pieces of paper, like I said. I'm excited to show you what other paper I have here, because I'm kind of excited about using these different papers, and I find it the most difficult part is not putting in too much paper, because it's you know, I love paper and I just want to use it and put it all in, but I can't put it all in one journal, you know what I mean? It won't fit. Like, I can't put it all in one journal. You have to let me know if you have that problem, because I just really want to see it in the journal, but it all doesn't fit. So I have to pick and choose and just not put too much in there, or else, you know, that will get me in trouble, and you won't have any room to put your space, whoever gets my journals. So there's a piece there. So this should be the right width. And so now we need to work on the height. So this is kind of, you know, you can see pretty stripes here. And then we got this pretty green color over here. So we can, this would be a perfect page to make a pocket on. And I don't know if this will be the first page, but let me see. I like to try it out and see what it looks like. And so I would be, oh, that would actually look really pretty. Look at that. And this green, I knew I liked this green. Look, it's like the same green. And this is from a totally different paper pad. This is cardstock, and this is from the paper from the Hobby Lobby Paper Studio paper pad I showed you in the last video. So look how well that coordinates. Okay, so I think that'll be beautiful. Well, I thought I cut it at 5 1/4, and it's like right to the edge. So I may have to cut off another sliver here just to make sure it doesn't go over. But, so it would be like that, and then, look at that, how nice that looks. But I need to cut off another sliver here. Let's see. Let me cut it off. Let me cut a sliver off this side, the inside, where I want to put this on the inside. So there's a line of orange there. So I'm going to cut it over to the line of the green stripe there. Let me cut that off real quick. We'll see how that fits. So I hope you're crafting along with me, or doing something, you know, fun. Or maybe you're just relaxing and having a cup of coffee. I've got my coffee here this morning. And so I came in here to do a little crafting. Yes, that looks, wait, yeah, I cut off the orange line. Cut over to the green. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty, yes. And it's right inside the little, see if it's bound here. See, this is the edge of the book, the original book, and then starts the paper, so it really lines up with the paper. So I'm thinking of making the pocket over here because, you know, this is plain, and it would be nice to have and look pretty if I have a colorful pocket. And this is a non-directional type of paper. Even though I could, you know, you could make the stripes going horizontal, but I'm having it go vertical. So I think these would look really pretty here as a pocket to give this side some color. And I might even just leave it so I don't make a scrap. It's not really too tall, I don't think. I'm kind of liking that, all that color there too. So I think I'm going to leave it. Let me make sure it's square here. I'm going to move my cover. Well, I need kind of, I guess I can use this as a template now because this is actually still drying. I still see some white there on my art glitter glue. So it is cold today. It was, when I just looked at my phone before the video, it was said 27 degrees outside. Burr. So I have my little heater on in here. Let's go ahead and glue this down. So I have the other half of that, so I'm going to keep it here, but I don't know if I'll use it in this journal. Like, I might just keep that for another journal type of thing, because like I said, I have so many pages I want to try. Plus, I haven't even gotten out my like writing papers. I haven't got out. I want to put some coffee dyed paper in here, so I haven't got out any of that yet. I just have the scrapbook paper out right now. So let me glue this down, and then I'll show you. Oh, this is the paper that popped out when I pulled out my Tim Holtz. This is not even the Tim Holtz yet, but I want to at least use 1 or 2 Tim Holtz pages, hopefully, and then those will be all cardstock and double-sided. And then I have some paper here from Paper Studio. Now, yesterday I showed you one pad. I got these two at the same time. I showed you one that I did not coffee dye the back of it. It was still white on the back. So that's why I wanted to choose a paper from that to use on the cover, because it's a good, you know, nothing wrong with using white in your journal, but, you know, why not use it for the back of my cover when I'm gluing the white side down, you know what I mean? So, there we go. Now, the other piece I want to use is this one, the one I pulled out. I love this side. I love both sides, but this has stars on it in case you can't see that design. Different kind of shades there, and brown, and the stars and everything. I think it's really beautiful, but this side, oh my goodness, it just like almost takes my breath away. I think it's so pretty. So anyway, this I'm going to cut down and make a page, at least one page out of that. So let's pick out some, let me move my journal cards. I've got the journal cards that I can cut apart for something later, whatever we need those for. And then here is all of the Tim Holtz paper right here. So I don't need, let me leave that there for now. I don't need these right now, the 6x6s. So these are all 6x6s. So any of these are a game, but I want them to, coordinate. So, I mean, this is a good potential. This has good potential. This, and I don't know if I want anything with red on it. Don't know about this. So since I don't know, I'm saying I don't know, I'm going to put it over there. I like the one side, but the other side has the red. So this one is the one I liked, and I almost used it for a pocket, but then I found the smaller one. So this is a little more neutral, so I like that. Here's the 3x3s or whatever. Here's some more 6x6s. Let's move those out of the way. Okay, here's another one. Oh, is this the same as what I have already? Yeah, I think it is. This one. Oh, it's the same. Okay, that's what I have already. This is the one with the red. Now this one has, I do like this one a lot, even though it has red in it. And I just love all these tickets. But this side is a lot of red, so I don't know if I'm not sure, like absolutely sure about it. As soon as I see it, I'm going to put it to the side. Let's see, this one with the blue stars. Potential. Oh, okay. So I'm going to put this one in. It's blue. So I think I could handle that as a neutral page. It doesn't have to be neutral, but this one has some pretty cool stuff. So if I change my mind, I would go back and get that ticket one, even though it has red on it. And I like this one with well, these are letters, and they have like postage stamps on them and postmarks and things like that. So I really like this one, but I'm going to put it to the side for the moment. This one has blue on this side and a lot of, postal stuff over here, but a lot of red also, and that's the same one. And this one has a map. Now, this has a lot of color, but I think I want to use it. I feel like it really goes with the vibe, so I'm going to include this. I like that a lot. There's one with red. So to the side, here's 3x, these are smaller. Here, this side looks like this, and this side looks like this with little like business card almost pages you could cut out or leave this as a whole if you want to make this into a page. Has the blue on this side. But it has a big red flower, but I could use this side. Let me see what else I have here before I decide. Oh, here's okay, let me see, is this the same thing? It is. So I used part of this for, what did I use this for? For these strips that we put on the cover. So this is perfect. I already liked it for this side for the cover, and this side I just put here because I said I want to use it. So there we go, perfect. I can cut that down for a page. And I'm debating this one now. Let me see what's next. See, that's a lot of red. A little bit too much for this journal, I think. I mean, I could do it if I wanted to. Like, you're probably saying, just do it. Just do it. But, like I said, I can't put all the papers that I like in here. Yeah, I could just do it, but then I wouldn't be able to do the other papers that I want to use. Okay, so these are the 3x4s. This one has a red map related thing on it. So this is the cover, back cover, front cover. So how many do I have here? I said 2. Now we have to narrow it down to 2. So I definitely want to use this one because I already cut it up. So that's 1. I've got this one. I need to put in. We already put one in right here. And then this one, and I could always come back and get more. So we got this one, which gives me some blue. This one, more neutral. This one has a greenish tint to it. I think I'm going to go with the blue one. The blue one and this map one. So that's our two Tim Holtz. All right. So let's move the Tim Holtz. This is the paper pad. Well, there's two paper pads here, actually. See what I'm talking about? It's very hard to narrow it down. And these are cardstock too. And the other papers here I'm going to show you are, I don't want to put my book cover on the bottom of this, so let me grab it here and put it on the top of that pile. So, almost dry. So, there's two paper pads here. This one, French Prep, you can get this at Walmart Color Block, and that's probably where I got it, or it was either I bought it or someone gave it to me. My family, I know when I say I want scrapbook paper, they sometimes get me scrapbook paper from Walmart because it's easy, it's right here in town, and they can grab, something that they think I'll like. But anyway, this is avocado dyed, but this whole paper pad is avocado dyed. So, but I kept it in here in this cover so I could see what it was and where it came from. But this is really beautiful too. Look how beautiful. Look how the avocado dye came up over the edges on this one. Let me show you real quick. Very beautiful. See that? And here's the back. I even put a ring on it there. And that's all done with the avocado dye. And then here's the rest of this one. So let's pick a couple out of here. I mean, any of these would go, really, I think. There's a lot of neutrals in this one. So let's just kind of look and pick two out without thinking too much about it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to flip real quick. And if I see one that I think that'll be perfect, I'm just going to grab that one. And I'll grab a second one. Okay, so this would be great. I'm going to grab that one. There's two of each. And let's see which one strikes me next. This one I like a lot. Let me see. Now I know there's in the next paper pad there's a lot of browns and things too, so let me see. I think I might go with that one. Here, see that how pretty that is? Oh, this one's really cool too. It's so hard. See, it's so hard. Just not to choose. I'll just use this one and that'll be it. Look at the birds. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to choose. I think I'm going to do the birds. The birds are calling me. My first thought on the birds was I need to save that for a bird journal, but I'm not saving things anymore, so it's going to go in this journal. It needs to go in a bird journal. No, it doesn't. It's going in this journal. I'm talking to myself. Sheree, you can use it in this journal. It's okay. So we've got a couple more. Let's put them over here so we don't get mixed up. There's two beautiful pieces. And the die is coming up over the edge here too. So very cool. Okay, now this is the other one, like I showed you yesterday, Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. Like I said, I ordered them at the same time. And if you've ever dyed scrapbook paper or any kind of paper, it gets a little fluffy. This was really fluffy after I've dyed it. It's really flattened out a lot because I put it in here. I didn't iron it or anything. I just put it in here, back in its cover, and put it in with my scrapbook paper. And it sits like this with other scrapbook paper on either side, so it's like tight in there in the container I keep it in. And so it's been being flattened just by storage. So, all right. So I will come back probably to these paper pads after I figure out, I'll put these in, then I'll get out my coffee dyed paper, and I have like coffee dyed ledger, coffee dyed graph paper, grid paper, see what other coffee dyed papers I have. But if I need more, I will definitely come back to these paper pads and choose some more. So here's the type of paper that's in this one. If you remember the one from yesterday, it was lighter and brighter, not really bright, but here's the colors, you know, in this one. There are some bright colors in here too, but this is all this one is all coffee dyed. So let's pick out a couple from here. I'm not sure what we're going to end up with, but again, when I see it, I'm going to pick it out. I kind of like this one. There's a lot of darker colors in here. Let me just go to the back real quick. Oh, look at this one. Hold the phone. This one's pretty. It's kind of a brightish though green, like it might be a good contrast, or you know, this one's really pretty right here. I think this one might be the one to go with that one. This one, okay, which we'll put with our papers here, and then one more, and then I'll come back to this if I need more papers. So let's see, maybe one really dark one, because I need that would be a nice contrast first of all with the lighter ones. So I really like this one here, and it looks kind of bluish or greenish or a grayish blue, and so it will go with the colors, and it's really pretty. And I should just pick it out, but let me just flip just with these few. See, I could go green again. That's really pretty, but that's kind of a turquoisey green, and I could use it, but this one's kind of cool right here. Looks like fabric almost, like corduroy or something. And you see there's some really pretty ones in here. I mean, I like them all, but I think I'm going to go with this one. That'd be a nice contrast to all the other ones. Something different, and you can always put, oh, look how, wait a minute, it's too close to that one. Hold on, no, I can't go with that one. Okay, we'll pick out another dark. It could be dark, but it can't be that one because it's too much like the other one. Okay, I didn't realize. Did you notice that before I did? Maybe you did. Okay, so we look through these. Let's grab another stack here. Let's see, something different than what we've got. That's what I want. There's a lot of solid kind of colors in here. This is different. Oh, I like this one. It's light. It's not dark, but I really like that one. Let me hold that one. Oh, this one's pretty too. Wait a minute. You know, there's a little bit of pink in the cover. What about this? Hold on. See, if you didn't see the video yesterday, I had pointed out there's a little pink right here, a little pink right in these flowers, and a little pink in the butterfly. That's why I kind of pulled out all these pieces, and pink right there. I already said, oh, a little pink right there. So that's why all these colors went so well on the cover together. I think they're all, you know, well coordinated. So I'm going to pick this one. Okay, we did it. So let me put it down here with the pieces that we picked under the scrapbook paper pad. Let me see, where does it end? Right here. All right, we've got some pretty papers, and then if I need more, I will come back to these ones here. So then after I cut these down, I'm going to go get my coffee dyed paper, like the coffee dyed writing papers, and cut those down. So I'll get all these in here, and I'll come back to you on the next stage after I get the pages in there, and maybe make some pockets along the way. Will be a little light decorating. So I'm going to come back to you with the pages done, bound, and we'll do some light decorating. So I hope you enjoyed picking out papers with me, and that you like my choices, and let me know how you like my choices, and if you find it hard to narrow down what you're going to put in your journal, because, you know, even if you already get one that's already made, it's like my Mimi's journal is it's going to be so huge when I get done with it, because I want to put everything in there, and I'm finding it very difficult. So let me know how you do, if you have any way of controlling that, because I have all these pages left. I still need to put things on, but, you know, so I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm not gonna use them. So let me know how you do with that, and I will talk to you in my next video, And I'll see you then. So have a great day.